in the book of Joshua, chapter 4. We shall begin reading at verse 5. In Joshua chapter 4, beginning at verse 5. And Joshua said unto them, Pass over before the ark of the Lord your God into the midst of Jordan, and take ye up every man of you a stone upon his shoulder, according unto the number of the tribes of the children of Israel, that this may be a sign among you, that when your children ask their fathers in time to come, saying, What mean ye by these stones? Then ye shall answer them that the waters of Jordan were cut off before the ark of the covenant of the Lord, when it passed over Jordan. The waters of Jordan were cut off, and these stones shall be for a memorial unto the children of Israel forever. Beginning at verse 22 of the same chapter. Then ye shall let your children know, saying, Israel came over this Jordan on dry land. For the Lord your God dried up the waters of Jordan from before you, until you were passed over, as the Lord your God did to the Red Sea, which he dried up from before us, until we were gone over, that all the people of the earth might know the hand of the Lord, that it is mighty, that ye might fear the Lord your God forever. Amen. Verse 24 says again, that all the people of the earth might know the hand of the Lord, that it is mighty, that ye might fear the Lord your God forever. We would like to speak with us this morning about doubt your doubts. Amen. Doubt your doubts. Doubt your doubts. Will you say that with me? Doubt your doubts. Amen. Amen. We would like to revisit the context, and then we would like to get the remedy from the text. Amen. Doubt your doubts. Amen. I can see it in your eyes. You're saying, what? doubt your doubts. Brothers and sisters, the Lord has us here today. Thank God that He is the one that brought all of us here today. Let's give Him the glory. Everyone, I may believe, has had some experience in this life with doubts. Everyone that has lived a few days and is living here has had some experience in life that you doubted. And doubt brings uncertainties within your thinkings, your attitudes, and your actions, because doubts are uncertainties in which one may take, which one shouldn't take, which one should do or shouldn't do. And there are moments in life that all of us possibly have experienced some doubts. If I'm talking to you, let's give God the glory. It was time for Israel to go from the east side to the west side of the Jordan. It was time to receive the promise. It was time to inherit the land that had been promised. It's time. I've gone through it, now it's time. Been in it, but now it's time. Been fought, but now it's time. Been out getting where it's uncomfortable, but now it's time. Been shot at, but now it's time. Been accused, but now it's time. Been told the bad news, but now it's time. He went off and left you, but now it's time. She forsook you, but now it's time. You don't know what the doctor is imagining and coming up with, but now it's time. You have applied and been disapproved, but now it's time. Somebody hear me. It is now time to cross over to receive the promise that the Lord has for you. Is anybody ready? Is anybody ready? Don't fool me now. Is there anybody ready in the house to get the promise of the Lord? Watch. He said the priest would take the Ark of the Covenant, and as soon as his foot touched the water, the Jordan River will dry. The river that had overflowed, and Jericho depended upon the river to protect them from the enemies. But God. But when someone else is secure in something else, God says, be still and watch the salvation of the Lord. They depended upon the river. They also depended upon a wall around the city that was 30 feet high and 20 feet wide. So they felt real secure depending upon things and stuff. But God. I'm going to say that again. But God. For his own. It doesn't matter if it's river or wall. But God can dry up a river has been hindering your progress, God can dry it up. God can flatten it down flat. God can make a way out of no way. God can get you where he wants you at the right time, for the right purpose, with the right spirit, the right attitude, and exactly what you stand in need of. The priest stepped out on the Jordan and the river dried. They stood up and did like the soldiers, saluted the children of Israel as they walked over on dry ground, through a flooded river, but walk on dry ground. Through a flooded river, but walk on dry ground. I'm sure that they know about what happened down yonder in Egypt land when their foreparents and grandparents had to go across a sea, a Red Sea, with the army behind, the mountains on the side, and the river in front. And God told Moses, watch the salvation of the Lord. And they walked across on dry land. I believe that if he has done it before, he can sure do it again. He took them from Egypt on dry land. And now it's time to get to the promised land. And he's the same God. Yesterday, today, and forevermore. They walked across, and Joshua told them, say, I want 12 of you, one from each tribe, from the 12 tribes of Israel, to go and get a stone and put a memorial in the middle of the river where the priest is standing, so it can be there for a remembrance. And then you take a stone, each one of you, pick up a stone and take it over to Gilgal and stack them up at Gilgal together. And when your children come by and ask, why are those stones there? You can tell them what the Lord did for you in the past coming over the Jordan River. Let me ask you, what has the Lord done for you lately that you can tell your children what the Lord has already done? And you let them see it, let them hear it, let them experience it, because the same thing he did for you, he can do for them. If he woke you up this morning, if he started you on your way, if he blessed you and your house, he can bless them and their house when the time comes. Here they are. Now they make it across. They got their memorials there to be reminded. They're there. Now that they are there in Gilgal, there is the first piece of land, Jericho. Jericho is only 8.5 acres big. I'm going to show you the size of Jericho. Where this church is with the parking lot is 3 acres. So Jericho was 3 plus 3 plus 2.5. So it's about the size of this church campus and the church campus again, and almost again the same church campus. The whole city was 8.5 acres. That doesn't seem like very much. Why do you want that little piece? Why do you want to be the victor over that little piece of ground? Why do you want that? Because when you have been blessed with the little and recognize where your little comes from, he can open up the windows of heaven and pour you out more than what you can even imagine or fathom. But he wants to see how thankful you're going to be with the little that you have. I know I'm right there. Is it anybody that's thankful with the little that you have? Is it anybody thankful that you got somewhere to lay your head? Is it anybody thankful? Give God the glory, because with the little, it could be a hindrance to receiving a lot. If you're not thankful where the Lord has blessed you right now, you have doubts about your God. You think that he is not able. You think that he can't do it. You have doubts in your spirit. But stay with me though. The little piece of land, Jericho, and it would hinder them from progressing to a greater land. And that seemed like it was so hard. It had 8.5 acres of 30-foot wall, 20 feet deep, and that seemed almost impossible. But God. I'm going to say that again. But God. Watch the plan of God. They are in Jericho in the wall with their weaponries and ready to fight. But God. They're in the walls and think we got it made because the walls around us. But God. They felt secure, but watch how God works. God said, just walk around the walls. Don't you say a word, because you'll say the wrong word. Don't say a thing, just shut up. Just walk around the wall, just one time a day. I don't want you to cuss, I don't want you to fuss, I don't want you to scream at them, just walk. So the children of Israel began to just walk around the wall one time a day. Just walk. Just walk. I'm sure that there was temptation in their spirit. What you thinking about? I don't know. My feet are hurting. My back is hurting. You ready to go home? Yeah. Why are we walking around this place? Somebody in the crowd had to be. They wanted to, but they just walked. They just walked. The first day they walked, second day they walked, third day they walked, fourth, fifth, sixth. And on the seventh day, they were told, walk around your promise 7 times, because 7 is a number of completion. And when you walk around 7 times, I need the trumpets, the horns to blow.